Hello, welcome back to another video. Today we have an exciting day planned. I always say that, we always have exciting days planned, but today we are going on a little road trip. So we are going to a city called Plymouth, and Plymouth is where I was born. I actually lived in Plymouth until I was 7, I think. So today we are going to park run, we're going to a running shop, we are going to my grandparents' house for lunch, we're going to my cousin's house for coffee, then I'm not too sure after that, maybe going to the supermarket and maybe seeing my friends. So as always, the words that will be popping up on screen throughout the video will be in the description with a definition, so make sure you have a look in the description and see if there are any new words for you, any words that are interesting to you, and any words that are useful for you and your vocabulary. But first, we need to fill up. We need to fill up with fuel. So I'm lifting the nozzle, waiting for it to be ready. Oh, it's ready. And I'm starting to fill up. Okay, we are back on the road and we are a little bit tight for time. I think our ETA, our estimated time of arrival, is 5 minutes before the start of park run. So we are in a bit of a rush, and annoyingly, this road is not the best road to drive on when you are in a rush. It is quite windy and there is only a single lane of traffic on either side of the road, going in either direction. So unfortunately, we cannot drive too fast. And there is an average speed check as well. So there are speed cameras along the road, and somehow they calculate your average speed. So you need to be careful and make sure that you don't break the speed limit. Okay, we're about to go through a tunnel. So you have to hold your breath. Ready? So this is the Tamar Bridge. It goes over the River Tamar. And the River Tamar separates Cornwall and Devon. So Cornwall is the county where I live. Counties are like states in the US, but we have counties here in the UK. So Cornwall is where I live, and Devon is where the city of Plymouth is. So I'm actually from Devon, but I now live in Cornwall. And we have to go through a toll, meaning that we have to pay. So for some reason, I have to pay to leave Cornwall to go into Devon. Okay, so I had to drop Helena off just at the entrance of the car park. So she ran to the start of park run whilst I parked the car. I'm obviously not doing it. My calves have been hurting a lot recently and I don't want to properly injure myself. So yeah, my calves, both of them on both legs. And I'm going to a running shop later to buy new running shoes. So I need to make sure my calves aren't hurting too much for that so I can test them out. But Helena loves park run, so she's doing it. It's a very chilly wind today though, so I'm going back to the car to get my coat. So when they finish, they have to stay in a single file in the queue, which goes down to there, and they get given a little barcode, which they take further down there, and a nice volunteer scans the barcode, and it records their time and their place. Okay, we are back in the car and we are about to head off. We now need to go to a running shop called Runner's Need, which will be in a big shopping centre, not a mall. A mall is American English. In British English, we call it a shopping centre. So we need to go and find a car park, go to the shopping centre, and then we are going to the Hoe, which is a recreational area, I guess, by the sea, which you will see later in the video. Hello, we have arrived at the Hoe. It's a massive area. There's a massive paved area that stretches, I don't know, very far down that way. But as you can see, there's a beautiful view of the sea with the lighthouse. And Helena and I are going to walk down to the front and see what's there. So the running shop was a bit useless. It wasn't actually even a running shop. It was a little part in an outdoors shop. So they only had one small selection of shoes, and I'm looking for trail running shoes. So they only had a couple of those. I tried one pair on, but I didn't really like them. So I've made some notes, got some advice from the lady there, and yeah, I'm going to search them online. Oh, and Helena got a Greggs, which is a chain bakery. So tonight in the UK, and I think in Europe, most places in Europe anyway, the time zone is going to change. So in the UK, we are going from GMT, which stands for Greenwich Mean Time, to BST, British Summer Time, which is an hour ahead. So we say that the clocks are changing. So the clocks are changing tonight. So we say that the clocks are going forward. And in the autumn, when they change, we say that the clocks are going back. And an easy way to remember this is that they spring forward in spring and they fall back in fall, which is the American word for autumn. So that's a nice, easy way to remember it. But that unfortunately means that tonight we get 1 hour less sleep, which I am not looking forward to. But anyway, it's got to be done. Okay, we have just left my grandparents' house. I didn't want to film inside my grandparents' house, but we had a nice, what was it? Goulash. I still don't really know what that is, but it had beef in it and potato, and it was very nice. And then my granny had made a massive trifle. I don't even know how to explain it. I'm just going to put the photo that I took on the screen. That was lovely, lovely. I had 3 portions of that and brownie as well that I'm guessing my granny had made. So I've had my sugar allowance for the next month, I think. So that was delicious and very full. And then now we are waiting for the ferry. So this is the queue for the Tor Point ferry. So we are leaving Plymouth, we are leaving Devon, and we are going to Tor Point, which is where my cousin lives. So we're going to see my cousin and my cousin's daughter, who is my first cousin once removed. I wouldn't bother trying to remember that or learn that vocabulary. It's pretty complicated. But my cousins, I'm going to see my cousins. We will leave it at that. And yeah, I will try and record some footage on the ferry. Hello again. I forgot my microphone. I'm sorry. I think the audio might be terrible, but I'm home. I'm no longer in the car. We went to my cousin's house, had a coffee, had a catch up, and then drove home. So you didn't miss anything exciting. I came just to watch the sunset, as you can see, kind of. Aha! That looks a little bit nicer, doesn't it? And the moon is out. Where's the moon? I don't know if you guys can see. Aha, there we go. There's the moon. So yeah, that was a pretty epic day. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video and that you've learned some new vocabulary. Remember to join my English club. There is a link in the description. We have 5 speaking sessions every single week. So if you're looking to get better at speaking English and to become a more confident speaker, then this is exactly the place for you. There's a free trial, so you can come to the sessions and see if it's right for you or not before you join properly. So there is literally no reason why not. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next speaking session, and it is bye for now.